Can you share a little more about how the podcast converts into business?
Yeah, again, it's not immediate. Sometimes we'll have someone on the podcast and 6 months later, they're like, hey, we have a need, can you help? And then sometimes I had a podcast guest who asked me to hire for something that's really not my specialty. And I said, I'd love to help, but I don't think that I'm the best person for this. And so then again, you're building trust because you're not just being a yes man. You're not just trying to get business. You're trying to add value. And so, but yeah, then sometimes we have a client that comes or, a podcast guest that comes on and then the next week they're a client because they're like, oh, I didn't realize you did recruiting. We actually have to hire. Can you help? So it's, it's varied, but the engagement and then the high touch follow up, I think, is what helps to ultimately.
I'm taking notes here, Maddie. Can you say a little more about, so you have the follow up, you send them, what are you sending them?
So after they're on the podcast, I get like Yeti cups because nobody's going to throw away a Yeti. Everyone knows they're really expensive. So I buy Yeti cups and then I get them engraved with the logo and it says like Healthy Careers podcast members so that they feel, like.
Oh, they're part of like an exclusive.
Yeah. Well,
alumni.
And they are,
Yeah.
like we don't just get someone off the streets to come on the podcast.
Right.
We're targeting leaders and people that have actually done something to share their story. And then I'm sending, like I got a graphic made of just a little bit more about me and what I like to do in my free time. And it's a picture of me fly fishing in Blue Ridge. And we use Yetis when we go fly fishing. So it's like, hey, I don't know what activities you like, but hopefully this helps. And then I put a little gift card in there so that if they do want to use our services, they have some money off of it from being on the podcast as a monetary way of thanking them for their time as well.